Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Modern Horizons 3 draft here on the channel. We're going to be going pick by pick, play by play. But before I dive in, I want to give a huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in this early access event. Okay, what are we working with here? Our rare is the Necro Bloom, which is a really confusing card. You basically have a 4-mana 2/7 that makes 0/1s, and then if you have a bunch of different lands, you make 2/2s. I don't think it's very good. And it's very, very committal color-wise. Our uncommon, Volt Storm Angel, pretty reasonable. Nice top-end card for an energy deck. I don't like this card. I think it's fine, but it's like kind of hard to use. It's a little bit finicky. Ghostfire Slice is nice, efficient removal. Hydra Trainer is pretty great. I love Writhing Chrysalis, but I'm not going to first pick it. Worn Power Stone can get you some ramp going. And then Tune the Narrative is good. So lots of options here. I think Ghostfire Slice is really good, so I think I'm going to take that. Being able to deal damage to players is not something you should underrate. There's also like Hydra Trainer, which is nice. But yeah, we're going to take the Ghostfire Slice. Also, if you are interested in like top commons, archetype overview type stuff, like a draft guide, I have one of those on my channel that you can find. We're going to start with the Ghostfire Slice. And follow that up with not a red card, because the only red card here is bad. There is, however, a Johnny Fells the Godsire and Annoyed Altasaur, both of which are good. It's a tough pick here. I'm going to hover over the cards a little bit longer. Yeah, so this is like a removal spell that makes a 2/1 and a double striker. And then this is like a giant green creature that gets you value. I'm leaning towards the Altasaur. I already passed a green-red card, but I don't know if red-white really goes this direction. I mean, yeah, I might try the Altasaur. This card is fantastic. It just does what you want it to do pretty much every time. Gets you like more than 7 mana worth of stats, can get you something huge, can like win you the game on its own if you're lucky. So yeah, I like this card. I'll take the Altasaur though. And now, so kind of going down a rocky path here because there's not really a good red follow-up or good green follow-up, so we might go into a third color. Night Orchid Phantom can be pretty good. Just a 2-mana 2/2 flying first strike is good, but it's hard to cast on turn 2. There's also Hexgold Slith. Path of Annihilation. I don't like Path of Annihilation, though. I don't think it's very good. I honestly like Refurbished Familiar maybe the best out of these cards. Flying First Strike, but it's hard to cast. I don't like hard to cast cards, really. This is hard to cast. I'm going to take Refurbished Familiar. We're going to see how that works out. Now, pick 4 Spawn Gang Commander. That's pretty good for me. Very nice. Definitely makes me wish I had some Eldrazi spawns. I mean, that last pick was tough. I just don't love any of the options I had. So I felt like I would take a card that I kind of want to try out. That seems pretty solid to me. If you can get an artifact deck to work, which you can definitely, I think, get some artifacts going. Here, Spawn Gang is pretty clear, I think, as the pick. We can have played in red-black or red-green or even a different color combo. Proud Pack Rhino is a good card, but I think this card is better for me here. Plays great with the Spawn Gang, helps me ramp to the Altasaur. I actually think Skoa Ember Mage has been pretty good. We're seeing some black too. Pack Rhino's nice though. A 3/3 with a shield counter is just like really, really good. But this thing makes the 2 spawns for this guy. Yeah, I do like red-green too. It's a shame that we had to pass the red-green-gold common. That card's really good, but Eldrazi Repurposer is nice. This is a pretty late Inspired Inventor. I'm going to take it over the Temperamental Oozewag. It's still early enough that I could still abandon any of my colors or play green-white or even white-black. But I think this card's the best of the pack. Well, now we're committed. I can't say no to a Writhing Chrysalis. I love this card. It's stellar. I think it's one of the, like, just a, it's been really good every time I've cast it, at least. And I'm not going to wheel anything crazy here, but I'll take this now. Serum Visionary is no joke. I'm actually going to take this on the off chance that I get the Kozilek's card that cares about having 7 drops in your deck. So I guess this guy's just straight up castable. Yeah, Captor's probably better. But I want the Dragon. I'll take this now, get myself a colorless land that can also fetch green. I do like these Tune the Narratives, though I'm not going to play that deck this time. Okay, similarly, green, blue. Setting myself up for a blue splash if I get the right Eldrazi for it. Don't need the Refurbished Familiar, don't need the Inspired Inventor. But yeah, a blue splash in your red-green deck is, I think, going to be fairly common because there are some really good Eldrazi payoffs. I could have gotten more spawns, but I didn't really like the spawn cards in that one pack, like the 4-drop or whatever. I don't know, it just doesn't seem like my kind of card. This deck is looking pretty solid though right now. I have a couple colorless lands to go with the spawn gang. Yeah, see, I wheeled them all. Okay, I'll take this guy now. This makes a lot of spawns. I think it's better than the Path of Annihilation. I just don't like Path of Annihilation. But yeah, I wheeled all the cards that I could have considered there. Take the red-green card. This is late for this blue-white guy, but I think this card could be okay. Like, split-second combat trick. Sure, I'll take this. I'll pass a last pick white card. Yeah, getting a last pick doesn't boost my confidence in it. Archway of Innovation. Has improvised. No. I'll take this thing. Ghostfire Slice is also great. This card's not great. Just a weird one. Every creature type. This card's fine. Ghostfire Slice wouldn't be bad either, but I'm just going to get the Writhing Chrysalis. It's like the perfect card for this deck. It's just what I'm looking for. And then I've got my 2 colorless lands right now, making the blue splash pretty free. I also want them anyway, just so I can use Spawn Gang and cast Glaring Fleshraker. Fleshraker with Writhing Chrysalis. Suffering Thuckatash. Chrysalis. I don't really love the Siege Smash. But we have plenty of time to fill out our curve here. Currently, our slots are a little bit neglected here at the bottom of the curve. Okay, a second Spawn Gang Commander. That's nice. Yeah, this is definitely the pick. This card's fine too, I think. If you have enough colorless lands running around, but Spawn Gang seems real good. Especially when I have so many ways to make spawns. I will want these colorless lands, so hopefully I have a blue card to splash to make them worth running. Easy Galvanic Discharge. Early interaction is huge. This card would be fine, but I'd rather just get the premium common removal spell, and this card might even wheel. Yep. This card's also probably fine as a one-of to like equip the spawns up in the late game. I'll take Malevolent Rumble. I kind of want to try this. This card's also fine, I think. Even on like a splash. Like you protect your guy, or it's a tap land. I kind of wasted some picks on these white cards and black cards earlier on, so I don't know if I can take this. This card's fine too. I just don't have any energy, and I think that's one of the best parts of this card. But this card is really good with Spawn Gang Commander. But I think if I already have Spawn Gang Commander, I'm probably fine already. I just want to try this card. It doesn't seem great to me, but It seems like if I really want to build my deck around getting a spawn gang commander in play, then it could be a nice little synergy piece to dig me towards it. And it's a 2-drop, and I don't have a 2-drop right now. A 2-drop that helps me cast Glaring Fleshraker as well. So, not really helpful. Not really helpful. I just want any of the ones that have red-green as a subset. Is that too much to ask? I'll take this one, though. It's a protection spell that can get me extra value. I finally get the one that I want. It's like a tri-land for me. But there's also an evolution witness. I'm going to take the land. I think it's important to get the land when you can. Especially because it's so good in my deck. It's like every color. It's like red, green, or colorless for Spawn Gang. I'll take an Infernal Captor now. It's all the colors I want now because it can get black mana. This one can get black too. This card's really good. So now Twisted Landscape is looking, I mean the Foreboding Landscape is looking pretty decent. I just need one swamp to splash Disa. And I have instant. I'm sure I have sorcery lurking around there somewhere. Nice. Red-black. Huge. So I'm not going to splash blue. I'm going to splash black instead. So this is now a quad land. I feel like a genius. Every land I could need. I'm getting the sense that nobody's drafting that blue-black deck. Okay. Here we'll just take a Galvanic Discharge again. Just really efficient removal is hard to beat. This card's perfect as well. Ramps me, gets me colorless. So I have black, red, white, black, green, black. So with one swamp, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sources plus the Nightshade Dryad. Kind of like 5 sources of black for the Disa. Pretty nice. 2 Galvanic Discharges. Collective Resistance is fine. Not great. I would probably cut that if I could. Okay, yeah. Galvanic Discharge is enough better than I will take it over even a quad land. It feels crazy to say that, though. But this card is stellar. Like, it's just, like, so cheap. Red, black, and colorless. I really want to make sure I have enough colorless lands to go with this Spawn Gang Commander. I'm not trying to splash too deep into black. Don't need the Wither and Bloom. Don't need to get this guy going either. Colossal Dreadmask would be fine, but I need to make sure I get these lands. Because I need to have at least like 1 or 2 sitting around to make Spawn Gang work. He's like an essential part of my deck. I could also just play this as like a green / colorless one. But that's not ideal. I'd rather have like 6 or 7 on color. At least somewhat give me some optionality. So I have 1, 2. I could play 1 island and try to get this going. Because I do have some colorless spells with mana value 5. I don't think that's going to be worth it. I'm just going to take this guy. Okay, there's another quad land, but there's also Disa, so I'm going to take Disa. Blue, green. Perfect. It's actually kind of mono green. But I think I'll still take it. Red, black. There's also this guy. I think this card's actually going to be good here. That Ugin card was so tempting. Red, blue. Nope, not the colors I want. Sure, I'll take this guy, I think. So this is a quad land. Oh, man. The quad land was so good. Yeah, somebody took it. Nope, never mind. I got it. Quad land. And I got the Dread Mask. Perfect. Wow, that really went perfectly for me there down the stretch. That was pretty excellent. So I don't need this because I have plenty of the things. Okay, I have 1 swamp. Then I have 1, 2. This is a red, black, red, black. So I have 3 red, blacks, 1 green, black. And this is also 3, 4, 5, 6 colorless lands. My Drowner of Truth is a kind of land spell. Do I have any other land spells? No. So I think I'll just play 17 plus this. My colors are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's like 9, 9. Seems pretty fair. The Infernal Captor number 2, I'm not sure on. I have a lot of creatures, so I could play this card. But I think I'll try the 2 Infernal Captors. I think this card should be good, too. Anyway, this is the build. I'm excited to try it. Infernal Captor is also good with Disa. Helps you make sure you hit them. But yeah, cool. I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to take a moment to shout out the NicolaiBolas Patreon, where you can go to support the channel. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you have been enjoying my videos, if you've been finding them entertaining, helpful, if they've been helping you have more fun playing Magic and helping you win more, or things like that, then Patreon is the place to go where you can contribute directly towards the channel and help me make more videos going forward. You also gain access to cool bonus content like my card-by-card draft tier list for Modern Horizons 3 and every other draft set that comes out, where I give my A through F grades on every card in the set as a nice bonus resource, as one of the ways I like to say thank you. Basically, Patreon is the place to go if you want to chip in and help the channel grow and thrive. I would like to give a special shout out to those patrons who support at the credits level. It really does make a big difference. But without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome. We have an awesome hand here. We're going to actually go get red mana first. We might have to get a couple of red mana and then hope to draw another colorless land, because we want to be able to cast this guy. Sure. Not sure why I did it that way. I meant to play this and get a swamp. It's going to be pretty costly that I didn't get the swamp, honestly. Because then I could have, getting a Tarmogoyf doesn't do that much here because it would only be a 1-2, but like still, I was going to play this off of the spawn and hit them. Sure. They have 7 energy already. Hmm. Sure, they're looting to find a land. Them having all spells in hand is worrisome. Okay. They only have 2 cards in hand. I will chump to save 4 life here. Beautiful. Mountain was just what I needed. So now they're kind of in a bind. I can chump, sack the 2, sack a 3rd one to deal damage to the other. They do get 1 more loot before I can't do that, though. They don't know that I have this guy, too, so if they play an Eldrazi, I win. I pretty much can't lose then. Land in the graveyard is my only type. I just want to get rid of their looting. Oh, do it. I beg you. Please. Please kill my spawn gang with your spawn gang. This is so good for me. That was a sick rip. Okay. kill their prowess guy. No need to let them know I have a black card in hand. They might fear D, so they're restless. That's going to be good. I'll wait till I can immediately get a Lurgoyf with this. And currently, if I attack with both next turn, I will. Creature, land. I should probably see if I have any random artifacts I can put in. Well, that's so silly. I have some really good spells in hand. Oh, gosh. I'm glad they missed the flip, though. That would have been real bad. Just them having a 5/6. I don't really worry about them dealing damage to me. Sure. Yep, they're not gonna like this. Not one bit. Oh my gosh. La da da dee da da, la da da dee da 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 dee da da. I wonder what I'm going to flip. Oh, it's this colossal dread mask. I see. Ha ha ha. Oh yes. No need to trade down. They just get a double block for free otherwise. La da 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 dee da do, la da da dee da do, da 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 da. This card does not do well against the Altasaur. No, no, no. Oh, neat. They get both colors. When you get to cycle one of these lands, it feels amazing. This is yeah. I should have played Skoa and just dealt 4 to them. I don't know what I'm afraid of. Nice. Yeah, my turn. Felt like my deck played out pretty well. The invert polarity was a little annoying, but... All right, I want to do a random artifact check. See if I have any artifacts to potentially play, or enchantments that would make my Tarmogoyfs better. Because I do have 2 of that card, so making Tarmogoyfs better by like 1 is pretty big. I have 5 instants, 1 sorcery, 2 artifacts. Do I have any extra sorceries I could play? No, not really. Yeah, that's okay. My 1 sorcery. What is my 1 sorcery? Malevolent Rumble. Oh, Malevolent Rumble is actually great in this deck then. Excellent. Feel pretty good about this. My deck is sweet. I've got good mana. Some really powerful cards. And overall, I think it's nice. I have being able to steal their spawn gang was instrumental to the victory there. Because I just got to like use all of my cards to their maximum value. Oh gosh, that counter spell is terrifying. I think that card is really good. Like, it just gives you like a coin flip at like winning the game almost. Like, in certain scenarios. Counter spell get like a 5-drop for 3 mana is like nutty. But yeah. I think that the one play that game I regret is I could have sacrificed my fetch land to get a swamp at one point, and I didn't, and it delayed me a turn. I could have also sacrificed it to get a mountain, but luckily I ripped the mountain off the top, but either one of those things would have been really good, and I did neither of them instead, and I just played like an island or a forest or something random. And so those are the sorts of plays that really add up overall in like the course of these very grindy, very decision-intense games. So, yeah, I was pretty happy when I played the tap land, even when I had 6 mana in play. Because that was a pretty important play to let me cast the Altasaur the following turn. Easy keep. We're going to see what we draw here. Playing this on turn 2 is tempting. Now that I have another colorless land, I'm just going to get a forest here. So I can play this on turn 3. It's also really nice to be able to kill this Priest of Titania. Leaves me 2 extra energy for future galvanic discharges. Make sure I don't fall behind. And now I get to go this into this. And this kicker is pretty significant. Did they miss a land drop? It looks like they did. They might be dead next turn. That's a pretty good card to stave off death. Oh no, I could have cycled this. That was terrible. Yeah, this could be really bad, because I can actually cycle this one. I thought it was the same one. I got the art confused. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So their play has to involve killing my glaring Fleshraker. Okay, they gain 3 life, sure. I almost cast this last turn. I definitely need to get a second red here. Now that I have this for colorless, I'll just thin my deck out. I'll get 2 red out. Pretty good. This card's great. Like, sometimes it just wins you the game, and the rest of the time it's the land. Being able to cycle this is once again huge. Now I have 2 creatures that have to be chumped. If I ever draw Spawn Gang, I just win. If I draw Ghostfire, I win. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. If I draw this guy, I win. I've been really liking the Infernal Captor. It's just been helping me do so much. Oh, right. Their guy has reach. Well, that's going to be good. Got the win. Very satisfying. We're in gold! I've played enough in one day to go from the bottom of bronze all the way to gold. I am really having fun with this set. I've really liked this Eldrazi deck in particular. I think red-green might be my favorite deck so far. It just feels like it's got all the grindy tools to make like a bunch of spawns, stall the board, go big, get some bigger creatures than the opponents can deal with. And it also has really good tools for splashing because you already want to be prioritizing these lands so that you can play some colorless things like Spawn Gang. So yeah, really good. Okay, this is a keeper. On the draw with a Nightshade Dryad to save me. Definitely going to lead with this as a land. If this dies, I'm in huge trouble, but, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, gosh. They're going for the YOLOs. Okay, thank goodness. If I go turn 3 Writhing Chrysalis, I can play turn 4 Annoyed Altasaur. There's no chance I'm ever jump blocking here. Please don't kill my guy. Please, sir. Nightshade Dryad. It's just a Dryad. Yes? So far, so good? No? Don't play the card that makes us both sack a creature? Oh, yes, we're in. We're in business. Oh, baby. Ba-dum-bum. Oh, turn 4 Annoyed Altasaur would be amazing. Oh, gosh. Sure. They're getting all their artifacts together. They have played a lot of artifacts, but I don't think it's going to help them here. I wonder how cheap their deck is. Like, maybe playing this card, do you have a reasonable likelihood of, like, having it work? Often I would try to eat this with the Writhing Chrysalis, but playing turn 4 Altasaur is too good. I'm going to ditch the Repurposer. I think Spawn Gang is going to be really good here. Let's see what we cascade. Killing a Cranial Ram is pretty decent. I've got 2 reach creatures, some sizable guys, and now they don't have their equipment. It's funny because I always forget which creatures have reach, even though there's now these giant bow and arrows over them. Like, I don't always forget, but like I like the giant bow and arrows don't even register for me anymore. I kind of wish they'd go away. Though to be fair, it's kind of like the flying creatures have a little like hovering motion to them, so like it makes sense that like reach creatures would have something to them. I just wish it didn't obscure the artwork so much, because I think this artwork is really cool. Or that you could like turn it off. I feel like at some point they'll have the ability to turn that off. No reason not to block. Yeah. No need to attack just yet. So colorless, sack, and Eldrazi. Maybe I was supposed to sacrifice my guys last turn. Okay, they just basically gave up. That's fair. My deck is overwhelmingly strong sometimes. Ugh. Nice! Another victory for heroes. Oh my gosh. That was a satisfying win. That was some crazy ramp. I forget if I mentioned this, but I'm going to be playing 5 rounds. It's like a good balancing point between getting to try out as many of the cards in my deck as possible, but also like taking advantage of the early access event to try and do as many drafts as I can to get a variety of experiences. So that's what I will be doing. So we have played 3 of our matches and we have 2 more to go. But yeah, that was another just example of how powerful the Eldrazi spawns are and ramping is. And I think that 2-drop guy with Death Touch is really, really nice. That guy that can get, he saved me because he got me red mana. If they'd killed that, I would have been in trouble, but that's how it goes. Sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. I think that card, just like the fact that it stays relevant in the late game because of Death Touch, just makes it really, really nice. But yeah. Welcome to another round. This one is a little sketchy because I don't have green mana. Seething Landscape, can't get it. So I'm going to mulligan. This hand is pretty great. Having to ditch a Galvanic Discharge is painful, but I believe necessary here. LSV also in gold, has been drafting this a lot, it looks like. Sure. How many cards will he discard? Oh, gosh. Phage. Or Flage. He only has 2 cards in hand, but he does have 6 clues, so he's going to be getting some cards back. Plains, okay, Jeskai. He's getting closer to the Flage. Is he going to miss a land drop? He discarded 1 Ether Spike already, so I'm just hoping he doesn't have another one. Yeah, clue sacking seemed much more reasonable. So he's now at card parity from where he was. He now knows I don't have a land drop, which maybe make him want to kill my Nightshade Dryad. I have instant, land, creature, sorcery, so these things are huge. That's a bummer. Bummer, as they say. Gosh, that Tameo card did really do a number on me, I guess. Also, I can't believe he got flaged so quickly. But he can no longer attack with Flage, presumably. Hmm. I need to draw a swamp here. Oh, that's brutal. Not really. This thing would have killed it anyway. Um, yeah. This Flage just wrecked me. If he hadn't had that, I think I could have won this. Problem was I lost my his Flage. I wasn't thinking about it, and his Flage killed my Nightshade Dryad. Like I totally forgot this card was a thing. Um, oh well. I wonder if there was a way for me to not let him fill his graveyard. He like discarded a lot of cards to the Tameo was the thing. So it wasn't like I could have done much to stop him once he drew the planes and stuff. I guess I just needed to cast my Disa sooner. I forgot that I would be cut off of black mana. And then he had the counterspell anyway. Oh well. We have one round left. Unfortunate. I beat him earlier today though, so it happens. Let's just see if there's any cards that have been underperforming. Nope, I don't think I really have any options. My +3/+2 and Trampler maybe would have been okay there. I don't know. I don't think I could have won that game. His draw was kind of absurd. It was like he played a blue spell on turn 2, and then he proceeded to play plains and plains and mountains until he escaped his red white card. So like, such is life. If he had stumbled on his mana a little bit, I would have won. Oh well. No use crying over spilt milk. Here we go, final round. I have to mulligan again. I also mulliganed that last game. I forgot about that. If I'd had an extra Galvanic Discharge, it could have been the difference. I'll keep this, though. It sucks. And then I will get rid of this. No green mana is tough. Happened one other time too. I have a colorless spell in my deck. I don't really feel like getting rid of this because I could still draw my colorless spell. If I cold rip the forest off the top, please. Forest me. My deck does have a large number of forests, I think. They're a little bit mana screwed, so they have all spells. If I do draw land, I can Skoa them. How did I know that I would draw a land that was not useful for my plan? Well, now any forest is a good draw. Most of my spells are live, unless they're green. So I guess not most of my spells, because most of my spells are green. This is an unfortunate way for this to end. Not with a bang, but with a poof of smoke. Forest. At least I feel like a genius for this one. I think that was my only colorless spell, though. But I have Spawn Gang, so I'll keep this around. You're kidding me! Why? Why are you taunting me, deck? I'm terrified that I don't have another mountain in my deck. I legitimately don't think I have another mountain in my deck. This is awful. I don't know whether I can afford to search. I'm in prime losing position right now. I just need a forest. There we go. Only about 10 turns behind schedule. It's ironic because if they kill this thing, then it's actually slightly better for me. Because I have a second copy. They look like they were a bit color screwed too, but they got their color way before me. I need to draw one of my reach creatures. I can't cast it. I kind of want to play this. and shuffle. I don't think I have another mountain to get. Yeah. I just want to shuffle back in my Altasaur. Because it's my best draw. Now I can cast it. I can't believe how my lands have worked out this game. It's been pretty brutal. But yeah, I didn't know I didn't have it. I was pretty positive I had 4 mountains. Spawn Gang would be a great draw. Galvanic would be good. I have a lot of good draws. Pretty much anything but a land. And even then, 2 of my lands cycle. This is one of those games where I can't really blame my deck for the loss. It's like, it's hard to know how it would have functioned with a smooth draw with a forest. The fact that I also couldn't cast this thing because I didn't have a second forest was also funny. But I didn't think casting this would be as helpful as maybe getting a reach creature to stop this guy. Okay. Spawn Gang. Ooh, I think I take the... So I have instant creature, so I can get 3/4s. So I can get this to be a 3/4. Oh, it'll be a 4/5 because the sorcerer will be in my graveyard. Oh, and I get the token. Perfect. I was worried about having something to exploit. I will take this guy. Actually, this guy. I know I have one more galvanic thing, but I think that the fact that I can gain 3 life now. 2 life, I mean. Is huge. Oh, I don't actually... Oh, I screwed that up. No, I messed it up. Oh my gosh. I forgot their guy had reach. I literally was talking about this earlier, how I don't forget, even though... Oh my gosh. I needed to take this guy and attack all out. That was pretty bad. I still killed their flyer, but... There we go. Now we're cooking. Not the best card I could have hit off of this, but hey, it's something. I'm kind of in spawn gang waiting room here. Because I have 2 of them, and they would both be very good here. Just letting my 3/3s attack into this 4/5. There we go. Yes! Oh my gosh. I can't believe they conceded that early to it, to be honest. Like, I wasn't, like, winning the game yet, but I think I was going to if they didn't have a way to kill this. Like, I sacrifice a guy, kill this. It was a little bit premature, maybe, but kill this guy, and then I start sending in with my 3/3s, and they don't have good blocks. Nice. Managed to battle back. That was a tough one. That was a hard-fought victory right there. I made one kind of bad play. I had to sack a land to get nothing, but I actually drew the Altasaur, which was crazy. 4-1, nice victory. We didn't ever get a Tarmogoyf in play, but it was still pretty sweet. If you made it all the way till the end of the video, remember to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. And to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video, leave hashtag Commander in the comment section down below, because even though we're drafting, we're still playing Commander, which is, that's funny. Anyway, I want to give a shout out again to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in this early access event that let me get this video recorded early. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.